Hi guys, this is Leah from Mommyish, and today I have a tutorial on how to use the new Marquee Builder, which I am super excited about. I'm sure if you've been in craft stores lately, you've seen these little marquee letters around. Some of them have lights, some of them don't. I've been seeing them at the flea market. I like everywhere. They are everywhere, and I was taking a weekend away from the computer this past weekend, which is like big for me, probably big for you guys too, like when you step away for a little bit. And it just kind of hit me. I was like, hey, I should make styles like that. I wonder if I can do it. So we've done it. They're done, they're made, and now I get to show you how we use them. Yay! All right, so this, just for reference, is a 12 by 12 canvas, just a wood texture because I wanted it to look all authentic and stuff. All right, so I'm just going to start out picking a font. I'm going to go with Bookman Old Style Bold. This is usually a font that we tend to have around just sitting on our computer. I'm going to take the ampersand. This is what you've been seeing me use in a lot of the examples if you've been following me on Facebook. This is what you're seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to just make it kind of whatever size we want. So on a 12 by 12 paper, again, it is a kind of a large element, but I think it deserves to be large and in charge, right? Okay, so we have our little ampersand, and here we'll just go through our styles. So first, we have what I call is a metal, like a colored metal style. So this one will take on the color of whatever whatever you're starting with, and whatever pattern for that matter. Some colors look better than others. I would just play around with it. I really like how kind of a darker grays even look with it. It's very like deep. Look at me, I'm not even letting you look at it. I'm just covering it up. There, see? It's cool. All right, so yeah, the only thing that doesn't look fantastic, I think, is white is a little iffy. But it's not terrible. You know, it's just kind of weird to get lights on white. You might also notice that each of these has the same type of rim. Now this is used with a repeating pattern. All the patterns that are used in these styles are all seamless, so you don't have to worry about that. But they all have this metal rim, right? No matter which. So they all have the same metal rim. All right, so moving on. So we have that one. And you know what? Because I can't stand it, I'm like, I want it to be red because I love the red one so much. All right, so we have that one. We have this one, which is actually a craft paper. It's a very subtle craft paper style. It can be used on any color again. So I'm going to use it on a craft colored paper and zoom in so you can see. See there, really nice, pretty paper. And again, you can put that over a pattern even, it would look really cool. Then we get to our styles that are not able to be recolored, but it is the effect. So we have wood, which looks a little weird, wood on wood. And then we have our rusted metal, which is my favorite. Because this is what I'm seeing mostly in the stores, is this rusty metal, faux rusty metal. All right, so those are our four main styles. I'm going to increase the size of this guy a little bit. All right. Well, now what? Now we have this really cool ampersand. He's metal. He's awesome. He's metal, like he's hardcore. Next, I'm just going to create a layer above this. Now what you're going to do is just going to take your brush tool, a regular hard round. Everyone has this in their inventory. That's why I didn't include a brush of it, because I'm like, you guys have a hard round circle brush. I've been using 50 pixels as the size. It can be larger or smaller, just depending on your preference. Then you're going to pick your light color. I'm finding that I personally like, you're going to stay definitely in the very light, very light area, the yellows. It can really be any color you want it to be. If you get too dark, it looks a little off. So I'm going to show you the difference between the light style, using a light yellow, and then using like a darker or a more saturated yellow. All right, so here we go. Here's the light yellow, and I haven't applied the style yet, so bear with me. So here's a more saturated yellow. Now I'm going to apply the first style. You see how nice that one looks, and this one's like, what? And this is with the second light style. So again, you can tell the lighter colors, they look a lot better. But it doesn't have to be yellow. I mean, you can really do, like, you can have really pretty, cute, light pink lights if you'd like. So again, just like that. Um, so, yes, I'm going to go back to our yellow. And of course, you can add as many of these as you want. I like applying the style to it just already. That way, when I'm placing my little marquee lights, I have a clear idea of where they're at. If I looked at several of these online, and one thing I noticed with most of these marquee lights are that they don't have a ton of little bulbs in them. It's not going to be like super even and like the most I ever saw was maybe 12. A lot of them only have maybe 5 little lights. So if you're really going for that extra super realistic, I want it placed just so, just, you know, Google it, look on Etsy, look on Pinterest, and you'll see how many of these lights typically are on one of these elements, or I guess one of these for real things. It's our for fake one, but they look cool. All right, now underneath my lights layer, so we're going to call this lights, and I'm going to make the little FX a little smaller. You can see there's a lot of details that go into these styles. All right, I'm going to create a layer in between the lights and our text layer. All right, and this is for our burst. You can either make the burst white or the color of the lights that you use, that light yellow. So I'm going to use the light yellow. And what this does is it can either emphasize specific points, or it can make it kind of look like a blinking almost effect. So this is our first burst brush. He's kind of subtle. Our second burst brush, a little more oomph in that one, as you can see. And then our third one, which is like kapow. But they look really nice. If you zoom in here, you can see that they have like the lighting effect. It's pretty realistic, pretty fun. I just, can you tell I love these? I love these so much. All right. Now, if you're going to create these as an element, I would suggest, especially if you're going to use the burst, to, let me take the shadow off, because if you're making these as an element, you're probably not going to include a drop shadow. All right. So we're going to take this. We're going to go ahead and rasterize our ampersand, right? So rasterize our layer style. Then you're going to want to clip those two layers, the light layers and the burst layers, into the text and merge those together. And that's the best way. That way you're not going to have any floating pixels out there from the little white burst of light or whatever, and it's all contained happily within the within our ampersand. And then the customer can, you know, create their own drop shadow. Let's use multiply because I want to. All right, make it a little bigger, make it a little further away. That's another thing I like about these. You can get away with a really big drop shadow because it has the depth to it. And so yeah, look at that. Come on, that's so cool, right? Like, it's so fun. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see kits with these styles being used in them. I will say the light styles, they really work best with circular things. I've tried it on text. The way the satin is within the style, it just doesn't translate well for like a neon sort of effect. No, it works really good though with these little bursty lights. And yeah, so that's it. This is our new marquee style builder. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in 100%, or okay, maybe a little less. It's a little in your face. All right, there we go. Yay! All right. So I hope you enjoy the styles. I can't wait to see what you make with them. If you make something, never be afraid to like tag me on Facebook or whatever. And remember, these are fantastic not only for commercial use if you're making a kit, but for personal use if you're just making a title for one of your pages. Why not? All right. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.